right. Well, we do have on the main set today to analyze those stories, media analyst Mr. Dominic Mahlangu and Mr. Tebogo Ditsejo. Gentlemen, a good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Alicia.
All right. And of course, our digital producer, we have Mr. Okuhle Magcaba. Okuhle, the first time around, how are you doing this morning?
I'm very well, thank you,
Good,
Alicia.
good.
And yourself?
I have a feeling you are here to tell us the biggest hashtag of this week. Take it away. What was the biggest hashtag of this week?
So this week we celebrated Nelson Mandela Day, and this is what actually people on Twitter had to say. Wade van Niekerk said, missing home on this Mandela Day as I prepare to represent our country. So proud to be South African. One nation, one love. Hashtag live Madiba's legacy.
Absolutely. I mean, Wade van Niekerk, it just seems like he's just been dedicating 67 hours and minutes and everything to everything, you know. Nhlanhla Lucky there says hashtag Mandela Day. Young leaders should treat every day as a Mandela Day and driving change within their society. Hashtag committed to change. Hashtag my voice, my safety. Let's look at more tweets.
And then former
public protector
Tuli Madonsela said, on International Mandela's Day, let's not remember only his kindness, but also his unwavering commitment to the rule of law, peace and unity.
Gentlemen, what did you make of the outcomes on Twitter in terms of how people celebrated Mandela Day? Let's start with you, Tebogo.
Well, it was trending worldwide, and that speaks to the legacy of Nelson Mandela. He didn't just practice what he preached, but he practiced before he preached. So I think that his brand stood the test of time. His values that he espoused, you know, are now filtering down, you know, years after his death.
Absolutely.
And so I think the legacy lives on, and it is a heartwarming story. I think we should make every day a Mandela Day, as opposed to simply spending 67 minutes, you know, on various projects.
What do you think, Dom?
Yeah, for me, I mean, other than the world joining us as South Africans, but more and more people now are beginning to work instead of taking selfies and all of that. I saw a lot of people working this time because of, you know, in the previous years.
Contributing and doing a bit of good, not just taking selfies at a place where people are doing good.
So this time I saw a lot of people actually wearing overalls and working.
Absolutely. Wow, there is a good change. Okuhle, let's look at the next big hashtag of this week. What was the story?
Well, another one was the My Way email that leaked onto social media, with some people saying it would be very easy for My Way to prove the email wrong, even if it's fake. Show the statistics of claims settled against race. It surely can't be that hard.
Let's look at more tweets then. Zuzo Mazibugo says, My Way means their way of discriminating against black people. They must be completely boycotted. They run a discriminating business. Hashtag My Way. Let's look at the last tweet.
And then Manzini says, I didn't believe this email, as My Way has been the best insurance for me. Hashtag My Way.
Dominic, different views there. People are saying, well, it looks like fake news, and others are saying, well, let's boycott them. What do you think?
Alicia, now we live in what I call the digital world. So it's a question of anything goes. You know, there will be those who will condemn My Way, there will be those who support them. But I can tell you that for businesses, it's actually even more important for them to spend more money, you know, managing their image on the digital world. Because of anything, whether good or bad, the public will simply go for you.
Absolutely.
So I'm not surprised by these comments coming from the general public.
What do you think? I mean, did My Way finally come out to verify if this email was indeed theirs or not?
Yes, they did come out and say that that email is not genuine. However, the damage has been done. They took they got hammered for 72 hours. And so I think that generally what this speaks to is, you know, the amount of violence that Africans have faced, and they're not going to tolerate this any longer. And I think My Way needs to come out and explain to us how is their board constructed? Is it transformed? Is there truth to the allegations that are made that black clients are being taken advantage of because maybe they don't have the legal means, you know, in order to take action if they are unfairly dismissed.
So whether right or wrong, it did raise the relevant questions and important questions that we as society should be asking. Okuhle, let's wrap up this segment by looking at the last big hashtag of
and the long-running
yes.
hashtag has been RIP Ray Phiri.
Yeah, and we saw his funeral take place. We were covering that the whole day yesterday.
Yes,
let's look at some of the tweets. What were people saying, Okuhle?
And Wokobo says, RIP Ray Phiri, I hope you do meet my dad because you were his favorite. Lalangotolo legend.
Oh man, let's look at more tweets there. David Mpofu says the loss of Ray Phiri so soon after Johnny Mekwa marks an incalculable loss for this nation and the art. Hashtag Ray Phiri, RIP Ray Phiri, hashtag RIP Johnny Mekwa. Let's look at more tweets there.
And then we have Bongos says, thanks for sharing your talent and yourself with us. Hashtag tag supremely talented, hashtag RIP Ray Phiri.
Dominic, your fondest memories of him?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up around Ray Phiri. I mean, you know, as a child, you know, I had an opportunity to see him practicing.
Yeah.
You know, he was staying in Israel, in Katlehong. So for me, when he died, you know, all those memories, because of even my friends, you know, we started, you know, reliving those stories about Ray Phiri. But he's a legend. I think his music will be with us for a long time.
Absolutely.
I think he had a dignified send-off, and we need to compliment the Department of Arts and Culture for the work that they've done, you know, in ensuring that our living legends are recognized while they're living and that they get, you know, dignified send-offs. I think we're poorer as a nation. With his loss, however, we are richer for the legacy that he left behind.
Absolutely, and that's the narrative that we saw in today's tweets. Okuhle, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Do tell our viewers where they can get all these stories and more that are trending on our digital front.
Well, if anyone and everyone needs more news, go to sabc.co.za/news.
All right, that's where you're going to find it all there.